All right, we are back. Episode 58,
58.
episode 58. Marcellus is not here. He is sick. We'll hold it down for him. Now I'm stuck with Zaria and Vic. So with these two
You love us.
women.
Really, we're stuck with him.
Yeah,
What?
clearly.
It's
You're
a-
the third wheel here.
I'm the third wheel.
Damn.
Ain't third wheel? Oh yeah, third wheel is like that. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. The math is mathing.
The math is math. This episode's gonna be a little celebration for Zara's birthday this past week, the 16th.
Yeah, I'm 27 now. Getting old.
How's it feel to be 1 year closer in age?
So,
I guess.
it actually is, like, it's not scary or, like, bad, but, like, actually coming to the realization, like, damn, like, soon I'm not going to be able to be saying I'm 20-something. It's going to be, like, 30-something. Like,
Tell me about it.
like, it's, like, it's not a scary thing because, like, everyone I know that who's in that age is saying, like, it's, like, one of the best, like, times, like, and moments or whatever because, like, you're finally coming into your own. You're surrounded by people who think like you and stuff like that. But it's just, like, the fact that I've, like, literally in 3 more years, I will be 30. And I've been around for, like, that long. Like, it's just overwhelming. Not necessarily scary or, like, a bad thing. It's just very overwhelming.
I feel like when you get older in age, this is like looking back at like your younger self. You were like, you so fucking stupid. Like, what are you
I already
doing?
feel like that now. I feel
All
like
the
I'm like, why
time.
would I allow that? Or like, why did I do that?
I know, like for me, like definitely when I was like in my early 20s, like I made a lot of mistakes, but like I let like a lot of shit slide too that I shouldn't have let
Yeah,
slide.
same.
But
Learning that the hard way with a lot of shit.
My problem was I would choose the decision that was best for the plot.
that's for the plot. I don't get
Like
it.
I'll be like,
Like, you
know,
playing, like in
this
certain
might not
situations,
be
you're playing the game. Yeah.
This might not be like the smartest decision for me to do, but it'll be a great story.
Yeah, like it works right. It works right now. It fits into the story.
Which
well.
is like a really toxic way to think, but
Sometimes with certain moments, like there's like I think my life is a movie. Like I be playing
my life
shit
is
in my
interesting.
head, and like I'm like, well, what if this happens or this happens? Like I be playing it like it's a movie scene, like in my head. Like that's just how.
Definitely when I was younger, in
sometimes.
my early 20s, my life was a fucking movie.
heavy
Yeah.
on being
No.
delusional.
My life is not a movie. Like it's not that exciting. I'm just saying I play it as if it's a movie or like a TV show. You know how, where like something will happen and they talk to the camera. Yo, that
be
should be
doing that
played in
too.
my head.
You just look into space like.
Or either like I'll come up with like a reaction to something that just happened, like as if they reacting to that moment. I'm just like, yo, what is wrong with me? Like, why do I do this?
At certain times when like certain things happen, I look to like the imaginary camera to my left. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on right now?
Yo, I'd be
Fucking
so
cry.
wishing that there
I
actually
do
is
that all
someone
the
there. So
But-
someone can catch it.
Come on, what?
So someone can catch it, like catch the moment that I just saw and just be
Mhm.
like,
Usually, Zaria and I, if we're together, we'll look at each other like, "You saw that?"
just to confirm.
Brian's already
For
tired
real,
of us.
like,
He's
he's like-
already tired of us. It's been 2 minutes into the pod.
Somebody come save me from these women.
You brought up the question.
Wait, have you
Mhm.
guys ever played like whole scenarios in your head?
Yes.
Like you could be out and about or whatever, but then like you're like, well, imagine if this person reacted this way, then how would I react? And then you just play up like a whole scene
like a
in your
whole
head.
conversation in your head
I
that
would do
didn't
that shit.
happen.
Why
But
people-
oddly enough, it happens. Like you think about it, and then that conversation or whatever winds up happening.
And I'd be feeling like, is this a premonition or am I just delusional today?
I think people always make up like situations in their head of like how shit will play out. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it helps in certain situations though, because then you do different scenarios of like what could happen and like how you could react to what's gonna happen.
But I mean like random shit, like
No,
like
all the time.
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
all the time.
like very unlikely scenarios, and you're just like, what would I do if this happened?
Someone just running here, just fucking shoot everybody, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
it's like, how would you react?
But usually when I go like, out to like restaurants or like to parties or like clubs, whatever, I always put myself close to the door.
the exit.
Always sit facing the door so I can see
Yep.
the door, who walking in, walking out. I always do that shit. When we go out to eat, I'm like, yo, you sit here, I sit right there. It's like, why? Like, just listen.
Yeah, that's
You
Or
sit here,
even
sit
if I
right
can't see what's going on or about to happen, I make sure I know where the exits are. So in the event that something does happen, I know where I'm going.
I'm gonna stay on the swivel. Well, of course, me being a guy, I got to be like attentive. I can't just like, cause like, matter of fact, let's get into it right here. Men cannot have fun when we go out. Cause we have to be on alert 24/7. We can't have fun. We can't have fun.
I mean,
Wait.
you can.
No, you can't.
Because
Hold
well,
on.
you're,
No, you
okay.
can't.
Let's put it this way: you're a good guy, like a gentleman. Like most guys don't care. They just out having fun, doing whatever they want to
Even
do.
the bad guys gotta pay attention.
No.
But wait, hold on. I love that you said that because Zaria, tell me now. Every single time as a woman you're going out, you are on alert. Mm-hmm. You are trained to be on alert.
The women?
Yeah.
Yes.
We are fucking smoking hookah, drinking mimosas.
We're constantly taught to be on alert because look at this. We're so likely to be preyed upon.
I'm over here enjoying my time with my girls or whatever. We're out. We have to keep our eyes like on alert and attention. It's like, all right, well, this guy over here keeps looking at us. Like, he about to come over here. He's gonna do this. Like,
that literally
you notice
before.
it, but like without actually noticing it. Like, if that makes sense. Like, you don't make note that you actually see what's going on
because we're raised to be hypervigilant.
Yeah, like, or you're at the bar. You're taking survey of who's there and what's going on. So like, no, we do.
Every time I'm walking. Listen, I used to walk to the store at 11, 12 years old. I would walk to the corner store and there was a problem. I had to be on.
I'm talking about like
when I'm going out, I'm constantly paying attention to the exits. Who's too close to me? Who is staring? I'm constantly paying attention to that because
we don't make it obvious doesn't
should
mean we're not doing it.
Should I just be like, hey guys, just so you know, that guy passed our table 5 times and was like, no, I'm gonna just enjoy my time, but you still have to be aware of your surroundings.
I just feel like as men, we can't have fun when we're out with like either a female friend group or with our partner, or whatever. We can't have fun because we gotta like protect
bodyguard
them.
mode.
When you're a good guy,
it's not being a good guy or a bad guy. Just being a guy in general. Like, you're gonna like protect somebody that you care about. I guess bad guys care about somebody too.
Okay, true, but like I feel like it's different in certain scenarios because like you're constantly like that. If they're not with that person that they care about, they don't give a fuck. They're about to be out there having fun.
But also some girls, you're right, because some girls aren't hyper vigilant and they're not paying attention.
Some girls are ditzy.
Yeah, like, I was not raised like that, but a lot of girls are, and I noticed that when I went to college, that a lot of girls were like that, and I was just like,
just expecting the world to be all peaches and cream. Like, nah,
yeah,
peaches and cream. That's a bop. I'm playing it.
Like they just don't.
It's over.
They just don't be paying attention to what's going on, and it's like they just expect everything to be okay. Or in certain scenarios, they expect a guy, like even if it's random, just to come to their rescue. Like the world ain't like that. I'm sorry to tell you. Like you gotta protect yourself.
I protected Vic that one time, and
he's never going to let
You've already said that in a podcast already.
What's the club name? I forgot.
Don't repeat your stories.
What's the club name you went to? I forgot the name of the club.
I was not there.
Barcode. Because them idiots put the heat on.
Oh my God. It's the same story he says every time.
Because I protected you that night. What if I just let your body drop on the floor? Then what?
Yo, not the body drop.
There was other people at that table who was.
But nobody. Nobody paying attention to the surroundings. Nothing.
Oh, so you just proved her point that not all guys are paying attention to
exactly. See, you just proved my point.
Well, granted, Vic was tapping me. Brian, I'm hot.
Yeah, because he was next to me.
But you were also being attentive after she told you that. So
I remember B sitting around. B was like, ah! Everything is funny.
It was hot. Because why would they have the heater on when there's like 300 people in there, like jam packed?
It's just that spot too. It's just that spot had the fucking
Yo, you literally felt the heat coming from the vent. It was wild.
And B was trying to get the owner's attention for like the long hill. Like, yo, this spot right here is fucking hot. I fucking feel the hot air coming down. He was like, oh, you good?
No. So yeah, you just literally proved my point though.
Vic was heavy. Had that body.
I was not heavy.
Like that. Yes, you was.
I was not heavy. At that
we need to go back and see how many times you told this story because I feel like I know every detail.
Well, this is the second time I told it.
I was barely 100 pounds back then. I was not heavy, bro.
What year was that? I think I just came back from my job. I was balling.
It had to have been.
Hey, but anything on me?
Yo, that night he was balling. Like he was like, "Oh, let's get another bottle," and I was like, "Brian." He was like, "On me." I'm like, "Brian, are you sure you want that?" Yeah, Vic is fine. Like, alright, killer. I was just trying to let you know.
How much you spent?
Like 500 that night. Yeah.
Woke up next morning like a dumbass. I was like,
yo, regret. Saw your bank account like, damn.
I was mad as fuck.
That ego.
Mm-hmm. Bills next week too. Speaking of bills, I finally paid off my car.
Ooh,
I paid it off.
Congratulations.
The title came in the mail this week.
Congratulations. I got like, what, 2.5 more years? That's only because I leased to finance. If I would have just straight finance, I would have had it. But like, at the time for my first car, being like a new car owner, it was actually a good deal, but I would never do it again. I would finance
payments.
No, I would never lease again. Like I would finance my next car.
I feel like I'm so anti-lease because, like, for myself, because
I think it's like a waste of time leasing.
it's a waste of time for me.
Well, to me personally, I feel like that.
I feel like leasing is good for people, like, to continuously lease is good for people who like to change their cars up a lot, you know?
Or like constantly on the move. Like
yeah, because you
like,
can switch. Yeah. But number one, I don't like the fact that you're counting my mileage because I like to go wherever the hell I want to go.
No, they do though.
I don't like that. I have literally, when I first got my car, I literally drove to North Carolina. Like, can you imagine? I would have wasted all my miles right there.
It's crazy too because my car, I had it for 7 years. It has 40,000 miles. I don't drive that shit for nothing.
Oh, no.
I'm like 46, and I had mine for like what 5 years now. Like I don't really go anywhere.
Has it been that long since you got it?
Yeah, the furthest I've gone was to North Carolina recently in like July, but I don't really go anywhere but work and home.
Oh no, I got a lot of miles on my car, but I took her.
I mean, you had yours longer, and
I take her everywhere. We be outside. Well, not anymore, but we used to be outside.
Yeah, granted too. Cause I had a work car for like the last since 2019. I had a work car, so like
so you didn't even have to use your car.
Yeah. When I drove my car, like I want to go back and forth to either Jersey or whatever, or going like out whatever on certain days. But
I didn't even realize that. Like I didn't like. I do remember your work car being like at your house, but like I didn't even like peep that like you drive back and forth to work in that car. Like
they didn't register.
Yeah, like I didn't register because like I thought like you would drive to work, go into your car, and then drive around in like your work car doing your job, and then drive back home your own car. So
you thought that it was like his car was parked at work.
Yeah, basically like you go into work and then.
Well, they give you the option to like leave at the office, but who fucking want to do that? Just drive your car to the office, then drive back and switch cars.
And they pay for your gas, right?
Yeah, they pay for it.
Oh, so why the hell would I take my car? Sure. Yeah.
The car just sitting there parked. Like, drive me, nigga.
I also work kind of far from my house now, so that also gave me mileage.
You were in Nyack, right? Nyack?
No, so? But I work in that area. But I cannot leave. My attention span is short. Yeah, I can't lease. I like to keep my cars too long. Like I don't care to switch my car up frequently.
I didn't either. Like that wasn't appeal to me. Like so when they gave that option, it's like, oh, after 3 years is over, you can switch it again. In my head, I already knew. Like I'm not doing that. Like okay, like I'm gonna pay it. Like I'm gonna keep it until the wheels fall off. As long as it can get me from point A to point B, I'm good.
Plus, I feel like then you constantly have a payment.
No, yeah, definitely.
Right? Like I would much rather pay the car off and then all your
that extra money is coming back in. Yeah,
because now that's one less bill.
I want to say so much money. My car note was like I paid $330 plus insurance was like $140. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna save a lot of money now. I'm not paying that fucking.
Yeah. Now imagine if you was just switching cars out. You would never save that money.
You would never be done paying.
Tell me why too, right? So last month I
all stretched out.
Thanks, Marty. For not being here. So I paid my car off last month, and then as soon as I paid this shit off, New York wanna come and put a boot on my car.
That's wild.
Yo, I woke up. Tell me that. So like,
I was like, it's yours now. We give you all these bills.
I go to work, right?
They hating for real.
I don't peep the boot on my car. I don't peep it. Fucking neighbor like, hey bro, how you doing? I'm like, hey neighbor, how you doing? Looking at my phone, walking to my fucking work truck. I come home, right? I'm like, I see a green and red fucking boot. I'm like, who? Santa Claus? This?
Not Santa Claus.
So I had to call the fucking. I had to call New York, the little department shit. Y'all I waited 45 minutes on hold for them to answer the fucking phone, and they said I had tickets from 2019. I was like, 2019. Yeah, like, yeah, 2 parking tickets. I was like, okay.
But like, where were they going? Because I feel like
they probably went to my mom's house, but by
she
that time,
told you.
Yeah, but she probably did. But I was like, yeah, whatever.
So it's your fault.
It's probably my fault, yeah. So I had to pay like $250, $300 for them to come take that fucking boot off.
There were parking tickets from Jersey.
Not from New York, because during that time I was driving back and forth to see Brittany. I was driving back and forth, and I may have parked by a hydrant.
May have. Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, but yeah.
At least they didn't tow it. I definitely got my car towed when I first got a car.
They was on the phone saying, yeah, you gotta pay like half now, and you gotta like you gotta like pay this now to not get towed today. I was like, damn.
So did they make you pay off the tickets and to get the boot removed, or you only had to pay the tickets?
I only had to pay the tickets, and they said I can do like a payment plan, whatever. Just did like for the boot, all that, whatever. Okay. So the boot's off now. The boot's off from a car, but Oh, so right, come here.
How much does that
I was just
cost? Like
Huh?
the boot.
Yo, they
get the boot
got
off.
so many bullshit ass fees. They got a fucking marshal fee. A marshal had to come out to get the boot off.
A marshal.
Yeah, that marshal fee. They had a fucking other fucking fee. I was like, there would be
Anyone in that office could have grabbed the key and just like what?
I cannot wait to leave New York because they
hate
just
fees
tax
like
on
that.
everything. They just put a fee on everything. A breathing fee,
Not a breathing fee.
a general fucking walking fee.
I hate fees like that because that's kind of like when they tow your car. I ain't asked this on my car. Why you mean I gotta pay for it? That should be pissing me off.
Because they gotta come out and it's
You
like, but
ain't
that's
gotta
your
do
job
nothing.
though. First of all, that's
You
your
coulda left my car
job.
right there.
That's your job. Like, so what are you just gonna sit in the office all day? You're getting like that's your job.
Like, you could have left my car right there. You ain't have no business taking my car. Why would I have to pay for something you did?
So many fees, man. I can't wait to be in Florida, breezing, sundown. I said sundown.
Welcome to Miami.
The fucking top down. Does it spoil for everybody? Oh, you hear that? All right, so
As you're speaking into the mic.
Loud as hell.
what's the topic we're talking about today? This is a little bullshit episode, you know, just like for fun.
I feel like the main thing is friends.
Yeah.
That's like
Friends.
friends.
How
Ones we-
many of us have them?
No.
Yo, we were all singing 3 different.
Where I was like, the fuck y'all singing? Ones we can't depend on.
I was gonna sing the SpongeBob song.
I'm pretty sure that might be the same one though, just a different verse.
It's the real version.
That's the real.
The real version.
I don't know.
Didn't know there was a fake one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I put down the note section today. This week, outgrowing your current friend group. I'll start it off, I guess, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
just all
you
just staring
did.
at me and shit. Now I feel like as like, well, me going through this like now currently with my current friend group, except for like probably like 2 or 3 people. I feel like the friends that I grew up with and the friends that I have now is like 2 totally different like things, because I feel like the friends I had back then when I was younger, I think when like my early 20s, I was always around them just cause I wanted to feel included and shit like that, right? But now as I get older, like I feel like they don't include me as much. They don't bother me as much either. But I feel like we just like drifting apart because that's what like people do, you know, when you get older.
Traveling in different directions.
Yeah, but it's not no bad blood. But then just like certain shit like irks me, like they'll like. All right, so one thing that I don't understand. So let's say you have like a friend group of like 10 people, right? 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
and they have different group chats and
That's a
shit,
lot of
like
people.
different group chats and shit like that. I don't think that's necessary. Why you need different group chats? So you want
If you're all talking to the same,
so you don't want certain people to know certain shit. You want certain people to get invited to certain shit. That's the shit that I
That's
get mad
true.
at
Yeah.
sometimes. But then I feel like I'm like digging too deep into it.
No, I get where you're coming from with that, because it's like if you're all friends and we're supposed to be
Yeah.
a good group of friends,
That's what I'm
why do you
saying,
have
yeah.
separate chats to talk about shit?
That's
Like
true.
we should all be able to talk about that together. But first, 10 people is a lot.
I'm saying random 10 people.
Okay, because I was about to say like I don't.
Well, granted, back in the day, I had a friend group of 10 people, 10 plus people, all Spanish
So-
niggas.
Yo, you have
Crazy,
to
right?
clarify.
All
When
Spanish
I
niggas.
when I first got to college, my first year, I don't even know. First of all, I already know I'm not social. I don't know how
There
I
you
ended
are.
up.
I think what first met you was kind of social.
Well, around us, like because we're friends, but
I feel like I did come off social when I first met him, because it was
Well,
like
I know him.
because I was in a comfortable environment already.
And
So
Yeah.
I was just like, oh,
and plus to me, how should I say this? I'm a friendly person.
yeah,
Like when I
Yeah.
first meet you, I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing, I'm Brian? And
yeah. But if you come off like weird, then I'm not gonna
yeah.
interact with you. But like he seemed cool, so it was fine.
I seem
But-
cool.
I was
Steven.
wrong.
DK.
I was wrong when I thought he was
Tato.
cool. No, like, but I used to have a group of friends, quote unquote, and it was a good. We were rolling deep back then.
Deep.
We were. There was
Cheetah
some-
girls.
There was.
First of all,
That's not
don't
even
mess with
really
Cheetah
deep.
Girls. Don't
First
don't
of
bring
all,
that
right.
Cheetah
in.
Girls is a good ass show.
There will be no Cheetah Girl slander on this podcast.
That came out 20 years
I'm
ago
saying
on
Cheetah
my
Girls was a
birthday.
good ass.
That makes
I
me
watched that
gross.
shit faithfully in Puck Digi channel.
He said faithfully.
I watched that shit.
You know the songs.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You know
I
the
was
songs.
waiting for
See,
you
I
to
was-
bust out singing.
She was getting
I was
ready.
thinking about it, but then I can't remember the
You know
song off the
them.
top of my head. Like, continue the story.
But yeah, I first of all, looking back, I don't even know why. I had nothing in common with any of these people, but it was a vibe. I was new to the school, you know what I mean? So I had already kind of been cemented into the group by, I want to say like my second semester. I don't think I was talking to any of them.
What, high school?
No, in college.
Oh, college.
They were there
damn.
for a season. Like you
yeah,
got a reason, a
literally.
season, or a lifetime.
Like, I think by the time summer came after freshman year of college, I just wasn't talking to anybody but one person. I'm still cool with her now. But I just...
They didn't fit that person you
we
were
didn't
anymore.
fit. Like,
Yeah.
I was going to class. Every time I'd be like, yo, don't you got class? Oh, I'm not going. A lot of them didn't... I mean, you know, everything happens, whatever. But a lot of them didn't continue going to that school, or, like, we just didn't click, or whatever the case. But, like, I have no idea what anybody in that group is doing anymore. Except for the one person I still talk to.
Oh, didn't you join like a frat? You joined a frat, right?
Sorority.
What's a sorority? I'm so sorry.
I was like, yes, I joined the frats. No, I
Ain't
didn't.
the same shit? No.
No.
I did.
I'm
No,
sorry.
well,
What?
frat
Well,
is
more men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
sorority
sorority,
is
okay.
sister.
But they can have fraternities and frats that have men and women.
I always wanted to be a frat, low key. The Kappas,
I can see.
the shoulders, the
Yo,
cane
the
swinging.
Kappas.
I wanted to be, the only ones that I was kind of really introduced to were the AKAs. But there's this other one that I kind of wanted to join that they didn't have any of them at my school. And the one that I did kind of wanted to join, they didn't have it until like after I left. I'm like, oh great. Like they didn't really have any black sororities on campus.
The
I mean, I didn't like it.
Yeah, that shit.
I should have went to HBCU, but I didn't. If I go back, I'm definitely gonna go to one.
Because cause want to bring these friends that I'm cool with now. He went to Morehouse.
Mm. Okay.
Like, yours sounds pretty lit. Morehouse? Sounds cool as fuck.
Cause we cool people.
Okay, we mean cool. Who? What?
That's
So we?
We cool people.
We
Black
as in
people.
what, black?
Yeah.
Niggas?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Shit.
Okay, Brian.
I was like,
all right.
anyway. Yeah, the school I went to was literally my last resort. When I tell you I applied to like 3 different schools
To
in
your last
Florida,
resort. God damn.
it was like my safety
Not Willie
school.
P. Right, Willie P?
Yeah, it was my safety school. I got accepted into like 2-3 schools in Florida. Georgia
I
State.
would have been out. Florida?
Right. Georgia State, which I really wanted to go. That was like
That would have been dope. Georgia State.
Mm-hmm.
Bulldogs.
The only reason I didn't go to Georgia State is because I didn't get the chance to go visit the campus.
Mm-hmm.
And since obviously I would have had to move there, I didn't want to make a
That shit would've
decision
been
like that.
Mad expensive too. Like out of school, out of state, like
Yeah.
boarding, all that shit. Probably mad expensive.
Mm-hmm. And you don't get any in-state help because you don't live there.
Yeah. But after I graduated, I actually ended up going to Atlanta for like a conference.
Mm-hmm.
And the Uber driver was like, "Oh, that's Georgia State." And I looked, and it's giving like NYU, where it's kind of like within the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that for me.
Yeah.
Like I do love having like a college campus vibe. So I'm glad I ended up not.
My
going
campus was kind of like that, but it was still open to like the neighboring, like the neighborhood
Peasants?
and the house. Not peasants. Like we would see like random like.
Crackheads?
No, it wasn't the hood at all.
I was like, I don't
Like
think you
people
went
just
there.
walking their dog, like just randomly through the campus. Like it was open to like everyone. Like it wasn't like a bad thing, but I got the campus experience like how you're talking about. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like I wish it was a little bit more closed off because it's like I don't want to see some random guy just walking his dog. Like you don't go here. Like
You don't go
That's
there,
true.
nigga.
like I didn't want that, but it was pretty cool. My college experience was not the best, so I would definitely go back and do it over. Like be a little bit more social.
You went to college? Where? You went to college where?
Ryder
Right. Where the fuck Ryder?
in Lawrenceville, like by
In Jersey?
yeah,
Mhm.
by like Princeton. It's like Princeton
Oh,
is
down there.
yeah. I only talked to one person from there, and she's cool, but everyone else, it just was not the best experience. So I would definitely go back and redo things and not go against my better judgment because I gave a lot of people the benefit of the doubt when I shouldn't have. Like, what was it? Second semester, freshman year, I had to move out. Got my own room. That person was still talking shit about me, even after.
They
And
told
like
the story. I think you told the story.
years later, she was still talking shit about me, and I found out from the girl that I still talk to.
To the president of your fan club.
Facts. I'm like, yo, we don't like. I have no interaction with you whatsoever. Why is your name? Why is my name still in your mouth? Like you, like why are you talking about me? So it was just a very hostile situation, and it was because I gave her the benefit of the doubt when I picked her as my roommate. So, yeah,
It'd be like that.
I don't want to go deep into it because I could be here talking about all the shit she
I
did.
remember you told the story on a later episode that you like went to a room by the fire and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't. Oh, that wasn't about that girl.
How many guys you beef with? Damn.
Because so she's the one who started a lot of the drama in the friend group, the one that I was gonna beat
can
up
we say Zaria's not a confrontational person
at all.
Like she's not like naturally about to sit here and
So
start
if you get me to that point, you
Zaria
definitely
pussy.
deserve it.
She's not pussy. She's just calm.
You saw how he said that quietly,
I
though,
was like,
right?
no,
You saw how he said it
no.
quietly. Yeah, no, like if you get me to that point, you deserve it. But nah, that girl was the one who started all the beef with the friend group. And
Well, speaking of girls starting beef, I'm sorry to cut you off. We're going to little turn real quick.
go ahead.
No, Keke Palmer and
Oh
Usher.
yeah.
She's not starting
didn't
beef.
start it.
Hold on.
She
No.
started it,
She did
man.
not.
She
Her
didn't
baby
start it.
daddy started
He
it
want to be insecure.
by trying to embarrass her.
She embarrassed him first.
No.
Okay,
She
hold
did
on.
not.
All right, so let's take a step back.
Yeah,
Cha-cha
yeah.
slide real quick.
Not cha-cha.
Rewind. So this whole thing started with her fucking caressing fucking Usher's.
She
and all that
wasn't.
shit.
He was caressing her.
But she let him though. Right or wrong?
I mean, yes, but like
You
that
saw
wasn't.
how, so perfect example. You saw how fucking Sweetie look like.
But she
yeah.
did that after the
Was
Keke
acting-
Palmer thing came
No,
out.
but even if that thing
But
happened
Sweetie's
before,
like that in general.
But that's just how she is as a person.
Because
Like, but like,
that's actually is a person now.
no, but I'm not trying to justify anything.
said
I'm
now
just
she's a
saying,
person.
like,
Now we humans now. Go ahead, man.
now we humans.
Go ahead. Man.
Okay. But like, I get where it can come off like that, but I just don't see it like that because you have to think about it. Like, growing up idolizing someone, like in that moment, she may not have been thinking about the consequences of like what that looks like on the other end. But that wasn't her intent. Whether that was his or not, that wasn't her intent. She was just enjoying the moment, being serenaded by her idol. So when she grew up, loved listening to his music.
Yeah, but we don't know what was her intent. But what was her intent was not, because we don't know what the fuck was inside her mind. But the shit that got me really mad was the whole Usher shit. Got the cover art with Keke Palmer, the video too. That's taking it a little bit too far.
I mean, but she also agreed to it because
right.
she's like, you wanted to embarrass me, so I'm gonna embarrass you.
So
two wrongs don't make a right.
So my whole thing is, I don't want to hear no shit from no woman once the baby daddy do something harmful to himself, because he's gonna do like mental trauma of seeing his fucking baby mama on the cover of Usher's song in the video and shit. That's some wild shit.
I mean, it is, and it's petty, but like,
it's like Usher is fucking toxic.
my thing is,
demon.
she was wearing more clothes in that video than she was when she posted one with her pregnant and just a bra and panties. She's wearing more clothes in that video, and he even like would post videos of her like twerking and shit like that, saying, "Yo, I'm thanking my son." Thank my son for giving my baby mama a butt, or like look at this body and shit. Like, so it was okay for you to do it, but because like I think there's like, definitely underlying problems. I think we talked about it.
For posting it on fucking what Twitter he posted on or something like that.
No, I think it was Instagram.
I don't know. He posted.
He was somewhere.
Social media, regardless. Don't try to air out your baby mother on social media and then.
That's what I'm saying. You're trying to embarrass her.
When your baby mother is Keke Palmer, you do not try to air her out on social media because nobody really has beef with Keke. Like she's just always good vibes and good energy, and we grew up with her. So it was real stupid of you to sit here and put her on blast with that.
I think Flacco said it the live episode. He was saying like I think it's more to that than just that, to be honest with you. And I think there was underlying problems, and he kind of like was at that point because he's like, or it could be like related to what Marty said with like last week's episode with Party and like the Eagle thing, because like now he's saying like he's thinking I gotta say something before someone else says something type shit. So like let me try to get ahead of it. Yeah, it was that because
ego, cause you fucking
because like he didn't have to like air her out like that. And then what gets me still to this day, he was like, because you're a mom, like you can't dress like that because you're a mom. Like
I'm sorry,
what does that have to do with being a mom? Like
long skirts and baggy clothes
I'm a like a nun or something. Like there was no need for him to add that part. And then he was like saying, oh, everyone's bashing him for stating his preferences and doing that. That's fine, you can have your preferences, but don't come at people for coming at you for trying to embarrass her. Yeah, like you brought yourself into that situation. My
problem is he, number one, put it on social media. First of all, your relationship problems should not be social media. I think that with everybody. That's not nobody's business but you and your partner. 1, 2, he had no reason to actually. Why is he shaming her?
Exactly.
That's the other thing that got me annoyed, because just because you're a mom doesn't mean that all of a sudden you lose who you are.
And have to start dressing a certain way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because and that happens with a lot of women where they feel insecure after having a baby because their body's changed or whatever it is, or they become a shell of themselves, or they lose who they are. So for her to come out of this, this new stage in her life and come out more confident, he should be celebrating her.
Yeah.
And honestly, I understand if he saw that Usher clip and was upset. Granted, I get that part. But number one, don't put it on social media. Number two, don't shame her. And number three, also keep in mind that Usher was doing that with every single
like that's what I'm trying to say.
He was performing.
He wanted the audience to have a reaction to it. Like that was his intent, and now you put more fuel to the fire by airing out your business and shit.
I remember this nigga Usher took Joe Budden's fucking girlfriend. My friend Joe Budden was like, "Hold on, play."
Was it when he was dating Caitlyn Garcia? She had like the curly blonde hair.
No, talking about his new girlfriend.
Oh, recently.
Yeah, he dated Caitlyn since like 2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm. That's the only girlfriend I know. I don't pay attention to him.
That nigga made me famous. Crazy, right?
But the whole argument I was making with the Keke thing and like the way she was dressing, no one says that about Kim Kardashian ever.
She's a whore.
See, my coworker used that same like examples. Like we already know what to expect with her. I'm like, that doesn't make a difference. His whole argument was that she's a mom now. So using that only and not what we know Kim Kardashian for, she's also a mom.
There's a lot of moms.
Why can't exactly like so why is it okay for her to dress like that but not Keke, and Kim be wearing less clothes than Keke was in that video?
Or Beyonce, a mom.
Yeah,
Rihanna,
exactly.
A mom.
Like that has nothing to do with it. Like, so the fact that he said the word mom,
I got it,
is the thing that got me.
That's what was triggering.
Yeah, because it's like
his ego got hurt, and he decided to try to bash and shame her.
And it
when
totally
nobody
backfired.
Was on his side, now he wanted to sit here and delete his Twitter or whatever account it was,
and then say like, "Oh, you guys are bashing me for having my preferences." Okay, like talk to her about that. Like, don't air it out.
Oh, and my favorite thing was, when he was like, "Oh, I forget the exact quote, but he's over here on some, a wife and." A wife?
Exactly. Like, you put a ring on it?
I didn't know you put a ring on it. I didn't know y'all got married.
Yep.
A wife?
Marcellus thought that was... I was like, they're not married. He was like, boyfriend? Married. I'm like, that's not her boyfriend.
No, they were dating. Her... They were dating.
Actually, no, yeah, they were dating. Yeah,
they were dating for a couple years.
I don't even know anymore, but yeah,
they were dating for a couple years. But, Keke be keeping everything low-key, as she should. And that was that. Like, yeah,
you know what? Let me not put that in the mix. They might still be dating. I don't want to break y'all up if y'all don't got any.
I don't know if they're dating after this Usher video. Like, I feel
but he knows about it, and then part of me thought it was like a PR stunt because like, why is all this coming out now?
If they're trying to figure out their own things, I don't think she would go as far as being petty like that, knowing it's something that bothered him. But they're trying to personally resolve. But
that's what makes me partially think it could have been a PR stunt. Because like why did all of this coming out now? Like now you got the song, the music video. She put an album out that was similar.
People
to
watching
like
too.
That's what I'm saying. She put like a song out or like an album out that, or was it an EP? I don't know, but something similar to like that effect. Basically saying like, I can carry my own, don't need a man type of shit. So it's like, was it all like a stunt?
You like never, his tweet, everything.
Oh, she put out a new song. Keke put a new song out.
I think around the time all this was happening, I kept on seeing her like post clips of like music videos and stuff. And I think I forgot the name of the song, but it was like the basis of it was basically trying to say that like you don't need like a man or nothing like that. I'm gonna my own, like something like that. So I was like, was this like a whole stunt just to get everyone to
Yeah, because I don't think Usher needs a fucking PR stunt to like sell a record.
No, Usher is already.
No, yeah, elite. He definitely doesn't.
He's already iconic.
I mean, he just capitalizing on the event, but like I'm just saying, like maybe
like Keke's thing.
Yeah,
it's possible.
You never know.
She's a businesswoman and she's smart. So depending on how her baby father feels about that type of business, or even putting himself out there like that to get bashed by the entire internet.
I mean, but he also could have been doing it to get, even though it was like what they say, like all.
But he's
all
good
publicity. Good publicity because like. No one really knew who he was for real until he started dating her. So like,
I don't know who he is.
He's like I
don't know his name.
The brother. Me neither.
Darius, I think.
Oh, there you go. I think so.
I don't know.
He's the brother of one of her co-stars.
Yeah, for something. But that's what I'm saying. Like no one really knew who he was Actually, I saw like a post where his brother was like, "Yo, why you bringing me into this?" Like after he did that tweet, he's like, "I have nothing to do with this situation, so like leave me out of it." But like yeah, no one really knew who he was until he did that for real. So like, I feel like that brought more people to his page and trying to watch to see what he's doing. So like, it all you never know. Like it all could have been like a whole stunt just for
But then it makes me wonder if that backfires on him because I know that he wants to be an actor.
So, it definitely can, yeah.
So I feel like that would backfire because like nobody want to watch you after you just dissed Keke Palmer.
Of all people. Like yeah, like you said, no one really talks about Keke.
That wouldn't go well for him specifically.
You never know. Or she could still be helping him out. Like that's what I'm saying. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. If y'all watch this, let us know.
Keke, hit us up and let us know what's going on. Thank you.
Imagine.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
That conversation leads into our next topic.
Oh no.
Go ahead, segue.
Do you tell your friends if you don't like their partner?
Yes.
If I don't like them?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like if your friend brings around like somebody new, whatever they're dating, and you just don't like them, like you feel like either they're not good for them or like there's just something about that person that you just don't like.
I wouldn't.
Do you tell them?
I won't say nothing.
Like, do you feel like, yo, she definitely cheating on you? Or like, yo, she seems...
No, I wouldn't say no shit like that, but I would definitely let you know, like, I don't like him. You did that to me, though, too, so...
I'd be doing that, too.
She did that to me.
But I'd be subtle with it, because...
You were not subtle. You has told this man she loves you. I don't. I was like, okay.
Yeah. That's when I was tired.
So... Rick warned me one time, but I didn't hear it.
I will always warn you. The first time... Zaria introduced me to someone she was talking to, and she was like, "Oh, well, what do you think?" And I was like,
"Be careful." That's exactly her words. Like, be careful. Like, he's cool, like, but be careful.
Like, yeah, trophy. What do you think?
Well, no,
no.
Well, no, but
you know, your pet.
Because sometimes, and I think I like when friends do that because sometimes you're kind of blinded by whatever charisma
whatever
that
feelings
person may
or stuff are attached at that moment.
So sometimes you ask somebody you're close to, like, okay, an unbiased opinion, and she knows I'm always gonna be unbiased about that. I was like, be careful.
Nah, yeah, I would tell too. I would say the same thing. 'Cause like at the end of the day, you can give like your advice and your opinion, but they're gonna do what they're going to want to do. So like, you just have to let them know, like, hey, these are my reservations, but I'm gonna be here for you no matter what. Like, I just want you to be happy. So if right now that person is making you happy, I'm happy for you.
They're still gonna see those red flags as Six Flags, so you just gotta let them know.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Why wouldn't you say? But why wouldn't you want to say?
Would you not say something?
I want to start no drama.
But it's not. It's your friend though.
Yeah. Like, what if this is like someone who you're very close to who isn't gonna be?
And you see things that they don't about the other person. Because like if I brought like a guy around the friend group, I would ask you and Marcellus like, what do you think? Because it's from a guy's perspective. Like. So I'm getting different type of something.
Like I can't go off like the first meeting because
I can.
Well,
sometimes
it depends. Let's say they like kind of like rude to me or like they like say some like slick shit to me. Then I might tell you. I might like this nigga.
But like not even like you in general. Like say like if we're in a setting where you can observe them and like how they're acting in situations like towards you or towards me. And things like that. Like,
then I'm like, all right, then I might say something to you. I'm like, hey, like, nigga, little dickhead, what the fuck you doing?
But that's what I'm saying. So like you.
It depends on the situation.
Or if I feel like maybe he's being a little flirty with like other people that's not my friend that you're supposed to be flirty with, I'm gonna be like,
yeah, I might say something. Then.
Like if you catch that vibe that maybe their heads can easily turn or something. Because now I got my eye on you. Because why are you sitting here talking to this person when the person you're supposed to be talking to is
right there? Like, but your girlfriend over there, right there.
Right, friendly nigga. Can be friendly.
You can't be too friendly.
I think it's gonna be friendly.
You can be kind, you can be
friendly, but not too friendly. Yeah.
What's the difference in being kind and being friendly?
Because when you're kind, you're just genuinely like a kind person. But when you're friendly,
but also no, when you're friendly is like okay. So
all the girls know what we're talking
from this
about.
perspective, if you're. Like
if you're overly kind, she's a kind person.
Like you're nice.
You're over friendly. You're not gonna pick up on the fact that other people may be flirting with you. So you're gonna take it as they're just being nice. No, they're not. They were flirting with you, and it looks like you're flirting with them based off of your body language. So you're giving them cues that you don't mean to be sending off. So like an example, I was like on a date with this guy, and this girl was touching him, like touching his arm, like just like because he bumped. he bumped into her, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah blah blah." Like, but she kept her hand there and like even started moving it a little bit. In my head, mind you, this is my first date with this guy. Thinking, yo, she got 3 seconds to move her hand.
She wants to peel her hand off.
Yeah, and then even the guy that was kind of trying to talk to her was looking too, like, okay. So like after we left, I'm like, yo, she was flirting with you. Like, no, she wasn't. And I was like, yeah, she was. And then he had to think back to it. He's like, oh yeah, she was. So it's like, but he was a friendly person. He didn't pick up on that. Yeah. And I was like, she was flirting with you. And I was like, she had 3 seconds to move her hand.
And I have never been wrong about that either.
So, yeah. I would definitely tell because that's not okay. Like, if, again, like how you said, maybe they see something that, you know, I don't see or whatever. So I'm definitely gonna, like, want their opinion because at the end of the day, whether we last or not, my friends are always gonna be there.
Yeah.
So.
But also, Brian has a point in the sense that, like, in terms of starting drama, because some people might take that.
And like, and tell the person, hey, this nigga said.
No, yeah, I get that.
I definitely have friends, like, me tell them something, I'm like, yo, let's keep between us. All right. Next day. So I'm talking about the person, I'm like, why
So
would you
Brian
tell
said
them?
he
But
don't
are they
like
really
you.
your friends, though?
Yeah, it's like, Brian
they
said
do that?
my friend with the glasses, he said he'll fuck with you.
Friend with the glasses.
And next time we go out, he'll like leave me in the fucking stare. I was like,
But are they really your friend though if they do that?
Or they
No.
get mad at you for saying that. You know what
Red
I mean?
flag.
Oh, because they don't want to see it. Maybe,
Yeah, or like
yeah,
they're in
like,
denial.
yeah.
Or like, let's say you find you're out and about, whatever, and you find your friend's partner with somebody else. You let your friend know, now your friend's mad at you.
Yeah, because it's basically like mind your
Drama.
business type shit.
Like, why would you?
Yeah.
That makes no sense
Yeah.
to me. Why
No,
would
yeah, I
you
don't
be
get that.
mad?
see, me being at this age, I was mind my business, drink my water, mind my business.
Shit, me being at this age, I'm in my business.
What you do, partner.
Partner. Yo, not okay.
Sorry.
So like how you said you see your partner out with someone else, like their partner. That kind of goes into our next topic with like raising your partner's kid or
Another
kids.
topic? Say no.
Hey,
Because I was watching like you know that show on Netflix, The Upshaws.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So, like,
Mike Epps is fucking top 5 comedian, top 5 funny. I don't give a fuck.
He so basically like in the show like he's supposed to be this deadbeat dad, like not piece of shit type man who's trying to do better, but like while him and his wife were on a break, he got another girl pregnant. So like his second child is the same age as his other son are the same age. So like he got both of them pregnant at the same time. And they're the same age, so like she calls them ghetto twins. She was like, "That's my ghetto twin."
I'm screaming. That's the actual phrase too.
Because she had her dad had a relationship outside the marriage and had another kid. So like, would you raise your partner's kids? Like, would you be okay in that situation? Because she's
in
kind
that
of
specific situation.
Kind of because she in the show she accepted that, like she wasn't too happy about it at first, but like. She didn't want to take it out on the kid, but at the same time, she still has some type of resentment because it's like, you're the same age as my child. Like he was out here sleeping. Yeah, like I get it. We were on a break at the moment, but I was also pregnant at that time. So like now, you're the constant reminder that he cheated on me. Like he was actually he wasn't cheating. Like she doesn't even classify it as cheating, but she was like, it's a reminder took that. Yeah, you took that time and went and had another kid. You're supposed to be working on yourself. We're supposed to be working on like myself so we can get back together because that was their plan from the beginning. They wanted to get back together, but it's like I don't know if I can trust you and things like that. So it's like, would you be willing to put those feelings aside to raise your partner's child?
I think it would really depend on the situation. Like that sounds very specific. And number one, do you feel like the person that did this is actually sorry? Or is this about to be a repeat thing?
Mm-hmm.
And are you prepared to be in that situation, like mentally, and like, are you prepared? Is this person worth being in that situation? I think that's kind of how I would look at it.
Okay, yeah, I get you. How would you raise your
Brian
partner?
Be like, hell nah. Look at him.
So if my wife had another child outside of our marriage.
Oh wait, were they married at that time? Because I feel like that's also a big factor.
When he had the one, yeah, they were just like on a break.
Oh,
like
but they were married.
Yeah, they were married.
Oh hell no! Hold on.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
it'd be too much. Cause me being petty, I can't do that shit.
Yeah.
The marriage thing threw me off a little bit. I'm not going.
No, because like okay, so the situation they were married. I think he like got caught cheating before or something like that, or either she found out
So he's a recidivist.
she found out about that that girl and then kicked them out. So like they were on like a break.
So then he got back with that girl.
Yeah, kind of like in that situation.
That's hard.
That's what I'm saying. Like she actually kind of blew up on him in one episode about that. Like, you want me to raise like this woman's child, basically, because like he
Where
wanted to move in with them.
She's there.
She's there.
Oh, okay.
Nah, she's there.
She's not raising her own kid. Okay.
No, she's there, but like he wanted to live with them.
Oh,
And then
child.
like after a while, like she kind of got used to him, like having him around, but like she still couldn't fully be around it. And at one point, he was low key kind of being disrespectful to her, but like only because because he overheard her kind of saying like asking like, why is he gonna live here and stuff like that. But she was coming from her own hurt, so he took that as she doesn't want me here.
Right.
So he kind of like was like, well, if you don't want me here, like I know you're not my mom, like, so why I gotta respect you type situation. But then they wind up talking, and she was like, that's not like what I meant, like, you know, like basically saying it's like it's not his fault, like you're the kid, like you had no. I was gonna
say something like that is hard to deal with because it's not the kid's fault that they were born into a situation like that. So now you could be mad as hell at the parents all you want, but to sit there and take it out on that kid, it's not their fault. Yeah. They literally were just born, put into this situation, and they're just existing.
That's what she was trying to explain to him, though, because like what he overheard was a conversation where she was still mad about the situation in its entirety, and she was mad at his father, not him. Right. Like basically asking like, now you expect me to raise her child type, like you want her child to be here.
That's hard.
Yeah. But in a situation where you aren't married though, and you like they have a kid, would you be willing to raise that child?
Again, it depends on the, you know what it is. I really try not to go into situations and be like, oh hell no, because like
keep an open mind basically.
Because when you're actually in the situation and your heart is actually in it, and like you never actually know how you're gonna respond. Because how many times have you found out like your friends are getting cheated on and you're like, oh, if I was her, I would have been left.
Until you're in that situation.
Until you're in the situation and you just keep taking that person back. So that's why I want to be like as unbiased as possible and be like, I don't know. That sucks. That sucks.
I don't think I would be able to do it if we were like married. That's like a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, that's
because like we're supposed to be on a break and then you go and have another kid.
I feel like being on a break while you're married is different
Stupid.
than yeah. First of all, since I don't believe in breaks. We either gonna figure this shit out or we're not.
I mean, sometimes
because when breaks happen, stuff like this happens.
But that also depends on the people though too, because I feel like sometimes not necessarily a break, like you just need time apart away from that person so you can figure out things, because clearly trying to work on those problems together is just not working. That's the situation that happened with me and my ex. Like it was not working. Like us trying to work on it together, we were not resolving anything. It would be fixed for that moment and then that's it. So that's clearly not working.
No, yeah, that makes sense. But to sit there and be like, okay, let's take a break. No, because now you're gonna sit here and use this little break. Like I don't know what you're gonna do. I know I'm the kind of person that if I'm in love with somebody but we're taking a break, I'm not about to sit here and be doing everything.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's situational.
But I don't know how you are, and then you're gonna sit here and use a disclaimer. Well, we were on the break. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's situational. Cause
yeah.
Definitely.
So we're grown. We gotta figure it out, or we don't figure it out. That's it. Too old for this shit. I'm sorry. I'm not 16 no more. We figure it out, and that's it. G Unit.
No, I'm singing a song.
What the?
What? Yeah, I was like, what is going on over here?
I'm on a little head.
We need more of your input. You kind of quiet since Marty's not here.
Don't let the females get it off, man. Go ahead, females, get that shit off, man.
I mean, you gotta talk too.
What? No, basically, that whole situation about raising when I was a kid and like me and this person together and she had a kid outside. I'm not raising the kid. I'll be sensitive towards it. I'll be like like caring for the situation, but I'm not gonna like raise it as my own, cause not my own. It's somebody else's kid, right? So I'm gonna let them do that job. I'm not gonna raise them else's kid.
So what if they had like a kid before you guys started dating?
I've been in a situation before, and
but that's what I'm saying.
I'm not doing shit again.
But he wasn't bad at it.
She was there though.
I was there too.
Was there?
Yeah,
But like that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, cause shit like
doing
that.
a good job.
No, cause shit like that. Cause that's just dangerous. Well, not dangerous. It's like,
It's
I guess. It's
I mean,
iffy.
it could be dangerous
It's
depending
scary.
on the.
No, I'm saying it's iffy because you get attached to that kid, and then at any moment they can just like get up
Yeah.
and leave, and like you can't get mad because not your kid.
And now
You
you're
can't-
sitting
okay.
there literally like heartbroken over whatever, but also missing the kid
Yeah.
and hoping that the kid's okay.
Imagine being pregnant. Imagine getting her pregnant and have. I'm stop.
Okay.
No,
So,
but
yeah.
that shit can cause you like trauma and shit.
Yeah,
like that shit can cause you like you could be depressed for like years and shit like that. Just something happened to you.
I think that was a topic on like the Breakfast Club one day or something like that where they were talking about it, or someone had like the Ask Ye question and they were asking her about that because like
Angela, like, yee, she trash. Ooh,
anyway, she got like it was a guy calling in, I think, because he got like attached to like her, like his stepdaughter, like he even claimed it like as her stepdaughter or whatever, but I think either the dad didn't want them to really have a relationship. I think the dad didn't really want them to have a relationship, and his girlfriend, the mom, like kind of allowed it because the dad didn't want them to like be that close or whatever, but it hurt him because he was like, I already got attached, like this, like
That
I was
sounds like
raising
an
her as it was
ego
my own or whatever. It was something to that effect of it. So, but it's like so how you said like he got attached, there was like feelings involved, and now like he's hurt because it's like that was basically my child, like I took care of her or whatever. So it's like, what do I do in that situation? Do I just respect it? Like
That
he was like I kind of have to respect it, but at the same time it's killing me to respect that decision because it's like I'm there with her, like I'm with her mom, like this is, you know, I want to be part of her life type
That sounds to me like an ego trip, because if you and the person are not together and they have a partner who's like good in the relationship and good with the kid, why would you not? You know, like that's just more people to surround your child with love and care, and you know, so I feel like that's kind of
definitely
selfish.
an ego thing and selfish. Yeah.
No, but I'll never do that shit again. And here you have it, episode 58 in the books. Almost close to 60 ball, close to 100 actually. It's crazy, but halfway there. Well, not halfway, but like a little bit.
More than halfway.
Who won't take it out? Zaria or Victoria?
You.
No? I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to do it.
You
Marty.
have
Marty, take it out. Marty, take it out. And you have episode 58 in the books. Peace.